Welcome back to another episode of Carlos's Marvelous Nerd Reviews. My name is Carlos, and I'm glad that you're here today because we have some exciting news. Hot Toys has just released that they are coming out with a Spider-Man No Way Home Green Goblin, which I really think is fantastic. We did just get the toy era, the Fiend figure, which is more based off of the Sam Raimi original Green Goblin, which I think is cool, but since it's unlicensed, it also does not have a head sculpt of William Dafoe. And so that's one thing that's really got me excited about this Green Goblin figure is the fact that we are going to get the William Dafoe head sculpt. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like because they haven't released it. It's blurred out right now, which I'm a little concerned about, but I assume you'll probably have like a bad prototype that you kind of just use as you work through the figure, and that's what I imagine is probably what they're using right now. And so they maybe don't have the final design left. I mean, really, they have some time. They put these things out for pre-order, and you're not getting it for at least another year. So honestly, that's probably what it is. They're just not that far in development with the head sculpt. And so, I mean, I'm not too concerned. I've seen where people have put that the Ant-Man head sculpt, where he had his face blurred out, and then when he came out, he didn't look too good. He looks a little goofy. That's just about it. I mean, I feel like he kind of looks like Paul Rudd, but like if Paul Rudd was making some really silly faces. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna just take a look at some of these pictures, go over them, and then maybe do a little bit of comparison of with the toy era Fiend figure. I mean, in reality, if you have the Fiend, I don't feel like you should feel like you should go buy this one instead of your third party figure, because I think it looks really good. We're gonna get into a little bit of how I feel about it. I mean, I did see that the Fiend had 2 pumpkin bombs, and the new one has 3 pumpkin bombs, and the glider can do like this kind of closing and opening, like to bend like it did in the movie, which I think is really cool. I was like, dang, I cannot wait to see what they do with the Spider-Man figures. Like, I'm like, yes, give me the Tobey Maguire, give me Andrew Garfield, give me another Tom Holland, just especially once the integrated suit comes in, because I need it. But let's go ahead and take a look at this figure. Alright guys, I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk. You guys are ready to see this figure. This guy looks fantastic. I mean, just look at him. I think he's actually a great representation of the movie. I watched No Way Home twice so far, but trust me, I'm gonna watch that sucker more and more. Here we have him standing. He's kind of just holding a pumpkin bomb. And again, I just think it looks great. I'm worried about what the articulation is going to be, but as you can see, he's kind of like in a squatted pose right here with his arms abducted on the glider, which you only get the glider if you get the deluxe version, which currently on Sideshow is going to run you back about $375, where if you decide not to go with the glider, it's $285. But I mean, come on, do you really want this guy without the glider? I think that's one of the biggest things about the Green Goblin that helps make him so iconic is that glider. So I think, but I mean, if you can't get the glider, do you? But I honestly don't know. If you can't get it, I'd still try. Here we have him again in that leaning pose where he's coming down. Reminds me of like in the first Spider-Man movie when he comes and drops all the pumpkin bombs and everyone turns into skeletons, and the CGI was amazing. Yeah. This promo picture right here made me excited that we might get a Dr. Octavius hot toy. And I think that'll be great. Like, I really like to have one added to my collection. Like, no disrespect to any of the third-party companies, but it's just hard to compete with the quality of hot toys. I mean, here's the Fiend right here, and as you can see, I like the little base. I like the pumpkins. I I like the glider. He looks good. He kind of has like a bigger dent in his or bigger separation between his pecs than on the Hot Toys one, as you'll see right here. The deluxe version will come with the glider, and as you can see, it can be adjusted. It's not going to be in just one position, which will allow you more dynamic posing, I feel like. You have that head sculpt that is blurred out, but honestly, I think we're at a point where, I mean, it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. Here's the comparison of the Fiend to the Hot Toys one side by side, and the Fiend kind of has really gives me like the original Sam Raimi trilogy vibes to it, where this new one really kind of, I feel like, moves it into the Spider-Man No Way Home kind of territory. And I think that works for me. I think honestly, if you wanted to pick both of them up for different variations of the Green Goblin, the more updated look or the last one. Right here though, you can see the comparison to the movie, and both of them are both kind of off. With the movie, it's kind of got a really rounded forehead, where the Toy Era one comes right down to between his brow, and the No Way Home one from Hot Toys has kind of it a little more elevated, but it's not that huge of a difference. Here, let's go ahead and look at it one more time. But let me know what you guys think. If you're gonna pick this figure up, if you're gonna pass, or if you have the Fiend and you're just perfectly happy with that, just go ahead and comment down below. Let me know. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.